The first thing I want you to do is hit that thumbs up button. We've gone almost a week now without hitting over 1,000 likes on a video. I would love for that to change today. So if you enjoy the video, do make sure you hit the like button. And hopefully, this time, we can get some good points on the board. We are in poor form. You have ups and downs in a save like this. You go through great form runs, you go through poor form runs. We are in the latter right now with just 2 points from our last 7 games. We got a draw against Liverpool in the last minute in yesterday's episode, prior to or post 2 defeats against Burnley and Bournemouth. We got a point against Watford after losing to Sheffield United and Brighton. And prior to that, we lost to City after our last victory, which was against Nottingham Forest back in January. So we are 2 points from 7 games, 1 win in our last 8. We haven't won for 7 games. So it's time to try and put that right today. Palace, Norwich and Fulham. Norwich are 16th. Fulham are bottom. Palace are 10th. It should be, on paper, a good episode for us. We shall wait and see. I've gotten carried away with our potential form recently, or our potential to get points recently, and we've come unstuck. One thing actually that is quite upsetting at the minute is the fact that Berardi's contract is expiring and I can't offer him another deal because I have £1 in my wage budget. I tried to offer him exactly what he's currently on and oh my god, I could actually give myself £15 worth of transfer budget. I tried to offer him what he was currently on, and obviously with us being a Premier League team now, he wanted astronomically more. In fact, he just straight up walked away and was like, that's an embarrassing offer, I'm not even talking to you. So we can't extend Berardi's contract. He's going to leave us at the end of the season, which is quite annoying, but money talks, and we don't have any money, so we can't hold any talks. We'll start with Crystal Palace. On paper, this should be the most difficult game of the episode. We'll wait and see how things pan out. Obviously, we haven't been in decent form recently. Liam Cooper is suspended for this one, so he won't be able to be playing out with a red card suspension. But, I don't know how this is going to go. It could be great. We could have a really solid episode and confirm our Premier League status today. Alternatively, it could be just as poor as the previous 2, and we could still be in the mix for relegation. There have been some calls to tweak the sliders further, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I will tweak the sliders if, once the side is significantly improved, player-wise, we are still struggling. But with a squad that's early to mid-70s, with like one player that's 80-plus rated, I think being 10th to 15th in the league is about where a squad of this quality should be. So I'm not going to tweak things yet. But if we get a squad in, say, a season's time that's like early to mid-80s and I'm still sat mid-table, then we'll tweak the sliders. It's starting to become slightly unrealistic in that case. But for now, I'm quite happy with the way the save is going and the way we're progressing as a side. We're going to have troubles. If I'd have come up from the Championship and immediately qualified for the Champions League next season, people would have been complaining that I'd done that too soon. So I like the fact that it's taking us longer to work our way up the league. Hopefully you guys could appreciate that. And we'll have, hopefully, a better second season at Premier League level, provided we can stay up this season. The gap is 6 points currently. The Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park are a decent outfit. We'll wait to see what their starting lineup looks like. Borja Mayoral up top for them. He's a player we're familiar with from the previous Southampton criminal on FIFA 18, which was previously the only other season where we were genuinely threatened with relegation. Crystal Palace's lineup has Muslera in goal, 5 in midfield, Ward, Cahill, Tompkins and Van Arnholt at the back, Townsend, McCarthy, MacArthur, Max Meyer and Jeffrey Schlupp with Borja Mayoral on his own up top. They do have Benteke on the bench, they have Jordan Ayew, Sheku Kouyaté. Martin Kelly was spectacular for Palace against us last time we played them. I'm pleased to see him on the bench only. Hopefully we can have better luck against their backline in this one with no Martin Kelly being involved. Townsend driving down the line. Getting away here, Andros. Turning back onto his left, which we expected him to do. Danny Rose read it. Former Spurs teammates, of course. Townsend and Danny Rose. Joel Ward inside there to McCarthy. Here's MacArthur. Oof. Everybody missed that. That could have been very dangerous. And thankfully, the man there's pushed forward. And that will allow Jared Bowen to get in behind. And we'll look to send Callum Wilson away. Bowen, unfortunately, got caught up with someone there. I'm trying to get in behind here with Callum Wilson. It's a great run. We'll look for someone across the back post. I was hoping we'd either find Ryan Kent at the back stick or Muslera would spill it. And it would fall free to the man in the middle. You can see the top of the table battle in your top left of picture. Oh, that's a terrible pass. In your top left of picture. Three-way fight for the title with Arsenal rather stereotypically in fourth and quite a way off the pace. In the 12th minute here, though, neither side really causing either goalkeeper too much concern. We'll hope to change that as the game goes on. That's a lovely take by Ryan Kent, but he's not strong enough to hold off Joel Ward there, unfortunately. A bit fancy with the footwork, but loose from Andros Townsend. Forward to Callum Wilson. And we mentioned the partnership between Wilson and Roberts in the last episode, with it being quite deadly. It has been our best partnership between two attacking players we've had so far in this save. Oh, nearly able to squeeze that through, and Bowen was making good moves on the far side as well. Tight game so far. Waiter is retiring apparently for Palace at the end of the season, but with Fernando Muslera for competition, he's not really probably not been getting much first team football here at Palace. 20 minutes in, they keep relying on crosses, but so far we've been able to deal with everything they've thrown at us. We might have to go against the crossing meta for the time being, because it's really not working for them. Maybe touch from Townsend, but he will get it to Borja Mayoral. Ward, Mayoral still in there. Oh, it's good footwork from Joel Ward. Good defending from Danny Rose. Kent inside to Callum Wilson around the corner there. Now Callum could go again. I'm waiting to see he gets the right side the defender. Hopefully he's got the legs to get to that, and he has done. Nicely done by Callum Wilson. And inside there is Jared Bowen. If I can work this onto his left, we could have a shot. Not accurate enough, or even slightly, to be fair. I perhaps should have gone for the near post rather than the far. Try and drill it near post. Kind of similar to Jay Rodriguez for Burnley against Man United the other day. Unfortunately, no luck on this occasion. We'll stay at 0-0. Meyer. Inside to MacArthur. Forward to Meyer again. Calvin Phillips trying to outmuscle him but can't. Worried about which way he's going to go. Ben White did get a tackle in there. Good save by Gazaniga. And Danny Rose will just work this away. Slowly, calmly, competently. And we'll try the counter-attack. With Jared Bowen in behind. Patrick Van Aanholt drawn a long way forward there. And I see the man arriving here on the edge of the box. It's Tyler Roberts. It's blocked by Gary Cahill. We're the only ones to have clear-cut opportunities so far. But despite 2 shots apiece, there's no goals yet. Back to Cahill. Oh, nearly intercepted by Tyler Roberts. That was so very close. Milner, I could pounce on that. Just gets the ball first. Jeffrey Slupp driving down the line. Oh, I was waiting for that turn inside, but couldn't quite read it quickly enough. Mayer. Frederick steps in well. No foul given. Counter-attack is on. Cross inside there to Phillips. Over the top looking for Ryan Kent. He'll bring it down and bring it down well. Getting it out of his feet. Driving forward. I just need someone to pull this back to. Oh, I had people there to do that too, but the defender got in the way of it. Challenge. Well up, Ryan. He's done well, but unfortunately only kicked it to a Palace man, who's then kicked it straight to... Oh, Leeds man, but that's poor from Ryan Kent. That's a tired pass. You can see his stamina bottom left. Really tired pass from Ryan Kent. And a tired tackle too. We've fought hard to hold on to our clean sheet. And our attacking efforts so far just haven't quite been enough to find a way through at the other end. Andros Townsend driving forward here, trying to get it off him. And we've done well. Out to Kent, still tired, but has he got enough in those legs left to get away behind the Crystal Palace backline one more time? Oh, it's a terrible pass. It's going to be a 0-0 draw against Crystal Palace. A point hard earned, but maybe in certain situations we could have done a little better and stolen a victory there. I'm happy enough with the point. We were the better team, but only 2 shots apiece in the whole game, and they all came in the first half. A game devoid of real quality, but neither side have that real quality, to be fair. No Wilfred Zaha for them, of course, having been moved on. We just can't secure a win. We will get a win eventually. I know that is now 8 games without one, but we'll get there. 2 very strong defences in that game. Minimal chances and a clean sheet apiece. It went okay. The lads gave it their all. We did okay. We fought hard for that clean sheet. It's just a shame we weren't able to get a goal at the other end, but don't worry about that. Good. I'm glad Calvin Phillips is starting to improve in his morale. It's a shame his rating isn't going up at all, Calvin Phillips. With the amount of first-team football he's been exposed to this season, I would have thought Calvin Phillips would have grown a little bit more. Apparently not. I don't know whether just an average season last year affected his dynamic potential at all, and maybe it's dropped a bit. I was really hoping that he'd crack on this year. I wonder what his potential actually is by default. Let's have a look. Calvin Phillips. 76 overall. Potential of 82, and he's only grown to 78 so far. Would really like that to start cracking on, if possible. We've Norwich next. Youth Scout report available. This is the last one. We don't have anyone we can sign because I haven't got any money, but... Oh, and I'd love to sign Lewis. 80 to 96 potential. I just don't have the finances for it. Hopefully, he'll stay there till next season. I pray. But I don't think that happens. I think if I back out or reject all remaining youth players, I physically can't sign him though. That's a real shame. A real shame. Oh, that sucks. Lewis. Actually, I will reject that offer because I could probably sell Alfie McCalmont for a decent price next season. Maybe next season, hopefully Lewis will be picked up by someone else and I can scout him. I'll try it. Press conference here before the Norwich game. Try and pick up some more points. He's not refusing. I just quite simply don't have any money to offer him a new deal. And he won't sign a deal for his first, or for the same fee, sorry. Wilson, he's not been a letdown. He understands he's got a job to do, and he has come in and scored some goals. Certainly scored more goals than any other striker that we had in the first half of the season. And we'll have to stay focused if we're to make it to the end of the season and still be a Premier League side. I wonder what the gap is now. With that extra point, have we pulled away a little bit? No. In actual fact, the gap has shortened. 4 points the gap now, with 6 games to go. Any three from Watford down could get relegated. You would imagine Fulham, being 8 points from safety, are probably relegated already. But there's still 2 relegation spots that are available, so to speak, between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams. This is going to be a very, very interesting run-in. We've Norwich next, who are down there. We've Fulham after that, who are down there. And then afterwards, tomorrow we've Southampton, Tottenham, Manchester United and Everton. We do not have an easy run-in. We're going to need to get points today. Norwich is 11. Tim Krul in goal. They're mirroring my formation. Dion Calls, Bashiri, Tim Close and Smakas at the back. Teti and Moritz Leitner. Buendia, Vrancic and Suazo with Josip Dermic up top. Let's see what Norwich are all about. Cross here to Buendia. Options on the right-hand side. Vrancic could play that through the gap. It's nicely done. Not sure if he's onside here. Simikas, looks like he was. Brilliant block by Ben White. And we'll get rid of it. Really nicely done. I'm trying to draw the man that was in front of me there towards me. But unfortunately, he went back behind Jared Bowen. So I couldn't send him in behind. I didn't want to risk a long ball and throwing away possession. Nearly threw away possession for a throw there. And into Jared Bowen again. We spin the man. He's done well. He's done really well. Here's James Milner. Tyler Roberts is there. It's a lovely ball to him. Callum Wilson's run has taken all the defenders away. Tyler Roberts gives Leeds a 1-0 lead. Calvin Phillips with the assist, I think. Or was it Milner? No, Milner with the outside the foot. And Callum Wilson's run, he might not have gotten an assist for Tyler Roberts this time, but he certainly was heavily involved. He drew 3 defenders away there to open up the space for Tyler Roberts to burst into. That movement was just as important as Milner's through ball. And that's a smart finish from Tyler Roberts too. I'm really pleased with that. We have ourselves a 1-0 lead. His 9th goal of the Premier League season. And after 20 minutes, we're 1-0 in front at home. But we've seen that before and not come away with a result. We're still going to have to fight just as hard as ever to ensure we hold on to this. Played forward quickly to Vrancic, and that caught us out there. Where's he going to go in the end? Driving inside. Nice tackle by Calvin Phillips. We've been much better at that in today's episode, just breaking up the play. Don't know whether in the previous session, when I was recording a couple of videos back to back, whether I just was in absolutely terrible FIFA form. I'm not sure. Hopefully, we're just playing better football here, and that's the reason why, at present at least, we're having more positive results. Wilson, send the defender, but didn't have the strength to hold him off, unfortunately. I mean, it could all still fall apart, and invariably, with me and at Leeds United, it does tend to fall apart. That's a lovely ball out to Buendia. He'll bring that down really nicely, loft it into the middle, but Schurz is there to head away. Ryan Kent does well to get to that first. Phillips, Tyler Roberts, we're working really hard for this. Callum Wilson going to drive into that gap. And again, Callum Wilson's run has drawn defenders away. Oh, great footwork from Bowen. Oh, I was trying to get that back to Tyler Roberts, but I just couldn't turn sharply enough to send the defender away from me, frustratingly. Suazo forward there into Vrancic. Could then Rose get to that? He can. That was nicely done, but Buendia's won it back off him. He's trying to get it down the line to Ryan Kent, and now Buendia could punish me for that. Darting inside. Oh, it's really nicely done. Buendia's still going. Trying to hold him off, and away by Milner. Yeah, this result is far from finished yet, or far from decided yet. It was really poor from Tyler Roberts, and Suazo could make us pay for that too, but his shot fires wide. Apparently Gazaniga saved that. I thought he just missed the target. Vrancic with the corner. They could yet equalise here before half-time. Bashiri with a header. That one did just go wide without a touch. Bowman forward there to Tyler Roberts. Back to Callum Wilson. Oh, runners all around me. One of which is James Milner, who's yet to score for me. Oh, and still hasn't. Very nearly from the corner. Very nearly leading to the corner, sorry. And definitely not from the corner. It's going to be 0-0 at half-time. That'll do, ref. Thank you. Stay calm. But the last 2 times we've been 1-0 up at half-time, we've lost by 2-1. So, I'm not getting carried away yet. Buendia, Vrancic, Buendia. Tried to step in but couldn't get there. Still coming forward. Yes, Calvin Phillips. Strong tackle. I don't know why he's applauding himself though. It's a bit egotistical. Leitner takes the short corner and Buendia has many options. Oh, one of which is to destroy me on the edge of the box. Get rid of that please, James. Try and get rid of this to Callum Wilson. Can he bring that down? Oh, superbly done, Callum. Excellent hold-up work. Looking to push past the defender. Not quite so easily done when they all have 99 strength, is it? Calls inside there to Leitner. Down to Buendia again. I thought he'd given that away for a minute. Calls. 10 minutes into the second half. We're still waiting for the first chance of the half to come. If we can see this out, it would be probably the biggest 3 points of our entire season so far. Probably the biggest 3 points of our entire save so far. Perhaps not the biggest win. The biggest win being the playoff victory to get us to the Premier League in the first place. But, oh, no! How dare I have started to think about potentially winning this game. Moritz Leitner with a thunderbolt. In a bit of space on the far side. And just an early shot. Defender very nearly got there, Ryan Fredericks. So close to cutting it out. He reached for it, but it was just too little too late. Was already on its way. Norwich 1. Leeds United 1. Vrancic tried to get there with Calvin Phillips and couldn't have fouled the man. Pulls down the line. Ball into the middle. Keeper will come. He'll tip it away. And Shea Adams will bring that down. I can't run with it. Get away from him. Yeah, nice touch. Simikas sticking with me. Oh, impossible to get away from defenders sometimes. Suazo, little back heel. Intercepted. Shea Adams should get to that first. Got Jamie Shackleton in the middle here. And push forward into the space. Tyler Roberts is there. Oh, can't find the ball back to Jamie Shackleton though. We're about to head into stoppage time. Tyler Roberts, Jamie Shackleton. We got a late goal against Liverpool to draw. We're not going to get a late goal against Norwich to win it, unfortunately. Misplaced pass, but it is back-to-back draws. In fact, that's 3 draws in a row now after the defeat, after the last-minute equaliser against Liverpool. 3 games undefeated is the best run we've had for a while. We aren't creating that many chances currently, but we're not losing games, which is very important. Forest have lost, which is also very important with regards to the relegation fight. Another game for Callum Wilson. The press is tough in the Premier League. We're not going to put too much pressure on people yet. Other players should certainly follow Danny Rose's example. We've been a lot stronger defensively in today's episode. I'll continue to say we need to surprise our opponents. Hopefully there'll be no surprises against Fulham. If we can get victory in this final game, the gap was currently 5 points. If we can get victory in this final game, I'd like to think we definitely stay up. There's nothing I can do about Brady's contract. I don't have any money. The board can come and complain to me as much as they want. I literally don't have any money. So he's not getting a new deal, unfortunately. We will lose Berardi at the end of the season. Right. Third and final game. Not had much rest. It's Fulham at home. Fulham 4-3-3 for them. Ashby Hannon. Whoa, that is some hair from Marlon Fossey. Wow. Matt O'Reilly, Young, and someone else in midfield. Chilufya, Mitrovic, and Papa up top. Fossey, that is wild, mate. You need to get some control on that. It's more like a bloody lampshade. Oh, that is not a strong starting lineup for Fulham. It's no surprise with a team that weak that they're bottom of the league and practically already relegated. But when playing against the AI, Fulham will not be good enough. When it's AI versus user, it's a completely different kettle of fish with these new ultimate settings. So this is going to be just as difficult as any other game, I'd imagine. But I'll still try and get victory, as we do in every game, to be fair. There's no game we go into not trying to win. Oh, I tried to just turn with Tyler Roberts then. It didn't quite come off. Oh, and he's brought that down there brilliantly, Edu. They might be on their way towards a goal-scoring chance. Opoku. No, Liam Cooper cuts that out well. Back into the starting lineup after his suspension. Sarna's put Tottenham 1-0 up against Manchester United, but that's completely the other end of the table that we're interested in right now. Newcastle did go 1-0 up against Sheffield United earlier on in the game. Oh, that's a foul, surely. Earlier on in the action, so that's good news for us. Sheffield United potentially dropping more points. I'm going to aim this to Tyler Roberts. Okay, and it will fall for Jamie Shackleton, and I'll get tackled. Brilliant. What's the point in having an aiming reticule if you're not then if you're not then going to pass the ball where I've aimed the aiming reticule? That is baffling. Fredericks. Oh, thankfully Mitrovic is terrible, but I don't know what's going on there. Oh, you want to pass the ball here, do you? We literally giving you the option with a dot to move exactly where you want to pass. You want to pass it there? Now I'm going to give it there, mate. Honestly, this game sometimes just baffles me. Riley into Chilufya. Forcing him wide here. Hopefully no cross. Cross does come in, but it's blocked at source and it'll be a corner. So, well, they have another opportunity to cross now. Popa to whip it in. Let's see where it's going to go. Keeper will come for this. Punch it up, not away. Mitrovic, I expect, to try and get underneath that. There we go. We've worked it away. Tyler Roberts inside to Jamie Shackleton. I have Callum Wilson forward. I've run straight to the man. Mitrovic still going. Oh, the fake turn. Oof. Calm enough. Stay calm. It's fine. Don't worry. Half an hour in. Still 0-0. Phillips into Tyler Roberts. Quickly around the corner there to Callum Wilson. Jamie Shackleton on the run. Go on, Jamie. Go on, Jamie. Go on, Jamie. Oh! So close. Brilliant run by Jamie Shackleton, but it's going to be 0-0 at half-time. Mitrovic to O'Reilly. Not getting too carried away in closing the man down. Drawing defenders out of position. I read that turn, but I couldn't get there with Jamie Shackleton. Nicely done by Liam Cooper. Oh, it's just opened up for him. He's walked through one challenge and buried it in the back of the net. This challenge here, I don't know how he's quite come away with that. And then, well, parting of the Red Sea, wasn't it? O'Reilly makes it Fulham 1, Leeds 0. Time for some changes, I feel. And Forshaw on there as well. Actually, I'm going to bring Riedewald on. And I'm going to make multiple changes here. Let's put Che Adams out wide, Shackleton at cam, Forshaw there, and Riedewald holding. Right. We've just under 40 minutes to find an equaliser now. Young. How's that? Managed to get all the way through there. I'm not sure. Alioski will turn on it. And then we'll get rid. Nicely done. Riedewald forward to Che Adams with the space to break into. O'Reilly trying to close me down. Here comes Perrin. Oh, what a challenge. Brilliant defending from Fulham. If they defended that well for the entirety of the season, they wouldn't be getting relegated this year. Riedewald. Cross there into the middle to Forshaw. Round the corner. Oh, just couldn't get the turn on it. Perrin is defending brilliantly for Fulham here. I wanted to just spin the man and drive him behind. Forshaw's done really well, but Hugo still comes away with it, Vallejo. And Fredericks will try and close him down. It's not the best of football from Fulham, but somehow they're bumbling their way through. Opoku. Oh, that was nicely done. Where's he going here? Ben White intercepts, and away we go on the counter again. Jared Bowen gets that first, please. Gets the second ball, thank you. Get there, please, Callum. Oh, 15 minutes to go. We're still 1-0 down here to Fulham, but we're trying hard. Hey, Adams inside. Oh, come on. Please. Nicely done by Forshaw. Hold on to the ball. Well done. Pass it to a teammate. Well done. Now go, Jamie. Go, Jamie, go. Go, Jamie, go. Ah, Christ. This is painful. We're getting so close to the right pass at the right time, but it just won't find its way through. We keep winning the ball back. Oh, come on! Fuck! This is driving me insane. Callum Wilson, get away from the defender. God, leave me alone. I just want to have a little bit of space on the ball. Christ. Forshaw trying to win it back again. Oh, just not strong enough. Opoku. Where's he going now? Driving inside. Hugo Vallejo. Back to Young. Inside to Hugo Vallejo. Mitrovic with the early shot. Comfortably saved. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes. So no, Jesus. Even their attackers intercept like they're Virgil van Dijk. Fossey with the delivery. Win this header, please. Well up, White. Win this header too, Forshaw. Oh, of course it falls straight to Mitrovic. You try and you try and you try, but still it falls against you. That clearance is woeful. Oh, it's a brilliant finish. I've tried so hard in the entirety of that highlight just to get a little bit of luck going forward. But it's just not working for me. It's going to be 2 points from today's episode, which, to be fair, is double what we've gotten in either of the last two. There's a 2-0 defeat to bottom of the table Fulham. Maybe their survival fight continues here, Fulham. They'd only scored 19 goals. I didn't have a single shot, of course. Of course I didn't have a single shot against bottom of the league. I would have expected anything less. It's going to go down to the season finale episode to decide whether we stay up or not. 10 games without a win. Oh, we're not in the best shape right now. Try my best to keep morale up. I'll say the blame is mine, but I just don't know. Oh, I can't believe we didn't have a shot the entire game. Jesus Christ. 5 points to gap to Nottingham Forest, who are 18th. 5 points with 4 games to go. We start with Southampton tomorrow, away. Then we've Tottenham and Manchester United, followed by Everton on the final day. I hope we'll be safe before the final day so we can just sim the final day and not worry about it. But time will tell. Oh, Jesus. This is stressful stuff, man. Really stressful stuff. I'm starting to get those same feelings back that I got in the Southampton career mode on FIFA 18 when we survived on the final day. I pray that we don't have to suffer the same bum-clenching stuff, but we shall have to wait and see how things transpire tomorrow. On the plus side, we got 2 points today. So that's an improvement. But the improvements we've made haven't been enough yet. Oh, God, I'm not looking forward to recording tomorrow's episode. I'll see you then.